Zhang Jingyi and Amp. Song Weilong and Oppos. Dating rumors confirmed by this one scene? Wild Dog Bones turned Zhang Jingyi and Song Weilong into one of the most talked about on-screen pairings of the summer. Both reportedly gained more than 500,000 followers across major platforms after the drama aired, and their remarkably natural chemistry quickly sparked dating speculation. Commercially, the series performed just as strongly. It was reportedly the only Chinese drama in the summer lineup to carry advertisements throughout every episode, outperforming Esther Yu and Oppos. Brilliant as the Stars and Meng Zi and Oppos. 100 Flowers kill in advertising appeal. But numbers aside, the Real win was emotional. Viewers grew genuinely attached to the two leads, and that attachment didn't and Oppos. Fade when the finale aired. To keep the story and Oppos' warmth alive, the production team launched a spin-off variety segment featuring Zhang Jingyi and Song Weilong on a camping road trip. A clever move, and arguably a necessary one. In an industry where most co-stars promote a drama together and then quietly disappear from each other and Oppos' schedules, giving fans an unscripted follow-up is a bet that the chemistry was real enough to survive without dialogue written for it. That and Oppos' a risk for the actors, and it and Oppos' exactly why it worked. One small moment sent viewers into detective mode. While Zhang Jingyi was driving, she asked Song Weilong to use her phone to play some music. He appeared to ask for the password, even though the song was already playing. When he later held the phone up to her for facial recognition, she casually replied, and quote, "Hurry, I already told you." End quote. It was a throwaway exchange, but it felt surprisingly intimate. Some viewers were convinced he already knew her password and had only pretended not to. Others joked his cover was blown. Comments like and quote, "If this ISN and Oppos' couple behavior, what is?" End quote. And end quote. Are they about to go public? End quote. Spread quickly online. Though of course, knowing someone and Oppos' password doesn't and Oppos' prove romance on its own. Close friends and colleagues share that kind of access too. What actually sold the moment, I and Oppos' argue, wasn't and Oppos' the password itself. It was the absence of a reaction. Zhang Jingyi didn't and Oppos' pause, laugh it off, or glance at the camera the way most celebrities do when a moment turns suggestive on air. That instinct to perform self-awareness is usually the tell that something is staged. Here, it simply didn't and Oppos' happen, and that and Oppos' a harder thing to fake than a stolen glance or a scripted line. The program had more for fans to enjoy. Since their characters never got a proper wedding shoot in the drama, Song Weilong brought Zhang Jingyi a bridal veil to make up for it. She put it on happily, and the two posed close together, leaning in as if they knew exactly what viewers had been hoping for. The segment felt less like standard promo content and more like emotional closure, a small, unofficial ending gifted to fans who never quite let go of the couple and Oppos' story. Their chemistry wasn't and Oppos' knew either. At a New Year and Oppos' Eve event before the show aired, the pair performed a duet and played around with an instant camera on stage, looking completely at ease. Enough to build anticipation for Wild Dog Bones well before it entered a crowded summer drama season. Once the series aired, that early curiosity turned into real popularity, and the pair stood out precisely because none of it felt manufactured. That distinction matters more than it sounds. Mainland Chinese entertainment has no shortage of manufactured and quote, CP and quote, couple content. Pairings assembled by marketing teams, complete with matching fan service gestures and carefully timed photo drops. Audiences have grown fairly good at spotting the seams, the too perfect symmetry, the interactions that only ever happen on camera. What sets Zhang Jingyi and Song Weilong apart is timing. Their most talked about moments, the phone password, the compliment mid-drive, keep happening when neither of them seems to be performing for an audience at all. Personally, I think that and Oppos' the actual reason this story has legs while so many other drama pairings fade the moment promotion ends. Plenty of actors can deliver a good romantic line on set. Far fewer can make audiences believe they genuinely enjoy being around each other once the cameras are supposedly off. That gap between performed intimacy and real ease is difficult to manufacture, and audiences, especially now, after years of watching obviously staged fan service, have gotten sharper at telling the two apart. The camping trip added one more sweet beat. After the music, Song Weilong asked Zhang Jingyi to sing and complimented her voice, then pulled out an instant camera to photograph her mid-drive, telling her she looked beautiful in person. Nothing about the line was elaborate. It was the attention behind it that made the scene feel warm rather than staged. Still, none of this confirms an actual relationship, and neither actor has addressed the rumors. Fans are welcome to enjoy the speculation, but it shouldn't oppose. To be mistaken for fact. And it and oppose. It's worth remembering that the actors themselves have to keep working together regardless of what and oppose. It's assumed about them off camera, which is its own kind of pressure. What can be said with more confidence is that Zhang Jingyi and Song Weilong share a rare, easy comfort, on camera and off. And that alone is unusual enough to explain the attention. The two have already talked about working together again. Asked what genre they and oppose. Try next, Zhang Jingyi pitched fantasy, Song Weilong suggested a road movie. She agreed instantly, which only fueled fan hopes further. And honestly, a road film would suit them better than most people are giving it credit for. Their strongest moments never come from dramatic declarations. They come from quiet chats, light teasing and small, believable gestures. The exact texture a road trip story is built on. After watching them drive and camp together for a single variety segment, it and oppose. It's easy to see why audiences want a full project built around that same dynamic. Whether their closeness is friendship, professional trust, or something more is their business, and probably always will be. But one thing and oppose is clear. Wild Dog Bones didn't and oppose. Just create a popular screen couple. It left fans genuinely reluctant to say goodbye, and that reluctance is exactly what studios spend most of their marketing budgets trying, and usually failing, to buy. Would you rather see Zhang Jingyi and Song Weilong reunite in a fantasy romance, or take their chemistry on the road in a new film?